In a stylish, tranquil cafe, soft jazz tunes play in the background, and the gentle clink of cups and saucers echoes quietly. Barista Hikari Kawamura, 21, makes a cafe latte, then glances toward a corner of the cafe. Every week, at the same time, regular customer Yusuke Tanaka, 27, arrives and silently opens his notebook. Yusuke spreads out what appears to be a resume and slowly begins to write. He takes a sip of coffee, returns his gaze to the notebook, and continues writing with a serious expression. Hikari silently thinks to herself, he's here again today, as she reaches for the next order. Amid the chatter of other regulars, Hikari's thoughts remain fixed on Yusuke's table. Yusuke stares at his resume, pen in hand, occasionally letting out a quiet sigh. Suddenly, his pen slips and falls from the edge of the table onto the cafe floor. Hikari notices and, after a moment's hesitation, walks over.
Excuse me, I think you dropped this.
Yusuke looks up, startled, and meets Hikari's gaze.
Thank you.
He takes the pen with a slightly embarrassed smile. Hikari starts to walk away, but catches a glimpse of the open notebook in front of Yusuke. Words like reason for applying and work history are visible, along with multiple resume pages.
Are you looking for a new job?
Yusuke seems surprised for a moment, then closes his resume with a wry smile.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a job hunt.
Hikari nods briefly and smiles, saying, I see, but she looks like she wants to say more. However, she quickly swallows her words and thinking, good luck, in her mind, heads back to her station. Yusuke grips his pen again and stares at his resume, but his hand remains still. While operating the espresso machine, Hikari unconsciously glances back at Yusuke's seat once more. Yusuke lowers his gaze, exhales softly, and continues studying his notebook. A week passes. The cafe still resonates with gentle music and the aroma of coffee. As Hikari prepares another cafe latte, she glances toward the corner of the cafe. Sure enough, Yusuke Tanaka is there again. Today, he does something unusual. He approaches the counter to order.
Getting your order at the counter today?
I just felt like mixing things up a bit.
Yusuke waits for his coffee with a slightly bashful smile. Normally, he heads straight to a table, but today, he briefly looks around the cafe.
How's the job hunt going?
Hikari casually asks, prompting Yusuke to let out a small sigh.
Well, my applications get through, but the interviews, not so great.
With that, Yusuke props an elbow on the counter, slowly rotating his cup.
Do you get nervous?
That's part of it, and I just can't seem to express myself well.
He chuckles wryly, picking up his cup.
In that case, want to practice here?
Huh?
Surprised, Yusuke looks up, and Hikari smiles at him over the counter.
Interview practice. I can play the interviewer.
Yusuke considers her offer for a moment, then smiles.
All right, I'll take you up on that.
In that moment, the distance between them, once unspoken, begins to shrink. Soft music plays as Hikari and Yusuke settle into a quiet corner of the cafe. Yusuke holds his resume, looking slightly tense as he shifts in his seat.
All right, let's begin. Please introduce yourself.
Hikari lowers her voice and speaks calmly, prompting Yusuke to start hesitantly.
I'm Yusuke Tanaka, 27 years old. My previous job was...
He begins, but words fail him midway, leading to a brief silence. Yusuke frowns at his resume, then notices Hikari watching and gives a slightly awkward smile.
Sorry, I guess I'm still nervous.
Don't worry. This isn't the real thing. Just relax.
With a gentle smile, Hikari hands him a coffee. Yusuke exhales, then picks up the cup. Minutes later, their conversation flows more naturally, and Yusuke's words become smoother. With a playful grin, Hikari tosses out a question.
I'm diligent, honest, and I guess I'm pretty tenacious too.
Hikari watches his earnest expression and smiles warmly.
I think that's really good.
A hint of relief appears on Yusuke's face. At that moment, the cafe's clock announces closing time in 15 minutes. Yusuke finishes his coffee and stretches lightly.
Thanks, I feel a bit more confident now.
You do? That's great.
After a moment's thought, Yusuke casually checks his watch, rolling up his sleeve.
I should get going.
He grabs his coat and stands up.
I'll come by again.
With that, Yusuke leaves the cafe. Hikari watches him go and softly murmurs to herself.
Do your best.
Several more weeks pass. The cafe's atmosphere remains the same, but Hikari feels a subtle emptiness inside. While making a cappuccino, she glances at the corner table of the cafe. That seat has been vacant for quite some time. The moment she wonders, maybe he's not coming back. A sense of loneliness spreads in her heart. Near closing time, the memory of him filling out his resume at that table comes to mind. I hope he found a good job, Hikari mutters to no one in particular. Morning light filters softly into the cafe, and the usual calm seems even quieter today. As she prepares coffee for the morning regulars, Hikari gazes idly out the window. Just then, the door opens, and a man in a suit hurries over to the counter. Hikari's eyes land on him, and surprise momentarily steals her breath.
Huh?
Good morning. Sorry it's been a while.
Loosening his tie slightly, Yusuke offers a somewhat apologetic smile.
It's been a while, huh? How have you been?
Well, I'm managing. Once I started work, things got hectic and I couldn't come by.
Hikari wonders if she should mention how she missed seeing him, but simply returns his smile.
I see. So the new job's going well?
Yeah, still getting used to it, but I'm hanging in there. Today, I just had to grab a coffee before heading in.
With that, Yusuke places his order for a hot coffee to go. Hikari picks up a cup, feeling a small sense of relief inside.
Hey, remember that time you helped me practice for my interview?
Oh, yeah. Was it bad enough that you don't even want to recall it?
No, quite the opposite. It really helped me stay calm.
Taking the coffee, Yusuke continues with a slightly bashful look.
So, as a thank you, maybe we could grab dinner together sometime?
Hikari blinks in surprise at his unexpected invitation.
Are you sure? It was just a quick practice session.
Absolutely. And even aside from that, I'd like to have a meal with you.
Hikari's eyes widen slightly before she offers him a gentle smile.
Well then, if you insist.
Yusuke's face lights up instantly when he hears her answer.
Really? Great. I'll check my schedule and let you know.
Amused by how happy he seems, Hikari can't help but grin.
Sure, I'm looking forward to it.
With coffee in hand, Yusuke lifts a hand in farewell and heads out. Hikari watches him go, smiling softly and whispering to herself.
Have a good day.
Gentle jazz still plays in the cafe as another ordinary morning takes on a special new glow.